Chan. So happy you guys are here, by the way. Oh my gosh. Today we have something amazing to talk about. Amazing. We're going to dive deep into meditation, and I'm going to be answering some of the questions that you guys have about why your meditations are not giving you the results that you are looking for. Why are you not seeing tangible, physical, like big transformations in your life that is so promised in, the meditation community, that you heard about all the crazy things that could happen in your meditations, in your life, all the transformations? Why are you not experiencing any of that, or to the degree that you want to experience? We're going to talk about that today. This is going to be so juicy for you because today we're going to unlock a few things, a few beliefs that you probably have had about meditation that was keeping you stuck in the process. And once we go beyond this door, then you're going to realize that this is going to change the meditation experience for you. First thing I want to address is that meditation is actually about the experience. Now, I know that the results have been so hyped up. I know the results can be completely out of this world. I know it can be absolutely mind-blowing. I know how incredibly transformative and life-changing meditation can be for you. I know that. And I also know how it has been talked about online, that actually motivated a lot of people to go try meditation. But oftentimes when you do the meditation, it really feels like a different thing. It feels like a completely different experience. I'm going to be talking about why this is the case. I feel that because how meditation has been talked about, how these results, it just feels so blown out of proportion, that we almost have this expectation and anticipation that when we go into a meditation, this is exactly what's going to happen for us. And if it doesn't happen in the way that we expect it to, then we become disappointed. And we are looking for all these life-changing events. We are looking for changes in our personality, in our identity, in our emotional state. But for some reason, we're just not able to feel that like massive transformation and pivot in our lives that we're looking for. And then we feel discouraged. And so it does generate a lot of frustration because we do invest a lot of time, energy, and especially hoping that if if we just stick to this practice, then it's going to give me something. Everything that you have heard about meditation is true. The results that it can give you, the insane experiences, the spiritual enlightenment, the self-realization, the sensations that you can feel, the tingles in your body, it's all true. But what is not talked about are the days and the hours and the minutes and probably even the months that you can sit there and just not experience anything at all. It's the boredom. It's the, I don't know what to think next. I don't know what's going on in my head. It's the skipping a few days of meditation and then coming back to it, feeling like you're falling off the wagon and then picking yourself up and then restarting that process again. It's not knowing what happens beyond this emptiness and this silence and still sitting through it anyways. When we hear about meditation, especially when people talk about its effects online, they have already sat through it all. But that's the unexciting part. The unexciting part is, you're not going to tune into a video just to hear people talking about how boring it is or how many days they sat without experiencing anything or feeling anything or seeing any results. You'll tune into a video when people talk about how insane it is, what they discovered, how it just like completely blew their minds and transformed their lives. That's what meditation did for them. But what does not get talked about, what does not get highlighted, is the meditative experience. It's sitting there hours and hours of just not knowing what to do with your thoughts. And so I think that the meditative experience really needs to be talked about as it is. It's just plain and simple. You finding your own company, you being comfortable being with yourself, you finding the bliss in your presence again, and even sitting through the moments where you don't really know what to do with yourself and you don't know what to do with your thoughts. 5% of the time, my meditations are absolutely mind blowing, and then I'm feeling incredible sensations. And then 95% of the time, I just don't know what I'm doing. And that is meditation for you. So if you don't know if you're doing it right, or if you feel like I've been doing this for so long already, I've been doing this for months, I've been practicing this for years, and I feel like I'm not really seeing anything. The whole point about meditation is the experience in itself. It's the experience of finding peace with your own company, making time for yourself, making yourself a priority, finding home in your own presence, being at peace with all the chaos that's going in your mind, and then realizing that you can actually survive it and sit through it. That's what meditation is really about. That is the unglamorous part of the meditative experience that nobody ever talks about. When you can learn to do that, then you're no longer chasing for results. You're no longer seeking for the outcome. You're no longer comparing yourself to this other person over there who has had crazy experiences. You're just at peace and letting go of all expectations. And then that's when the insane things happen. So that's number one for you. Number two is that, let's say you have meditated for a very long time, for many years or many months, and you're thinking to yourself, why don't I see any tangible changes in my life? There's another part of that. So if you have been sitting through these immense experiences of connectedness and love and feeling just unity with oneness, you can really experience oneness with the universe. You feel so connected with everything, but then you still feel like, why is my life still the same? When the moment I open my eyes, I still wake up into the same reality. Number two that I want to address is that there needs to be integration and embodiment. Now, I know a lot of people who meditate a lot, who spend a great deal of their life or a great deal of their mornings just meditating, starting their day right, setting their mind straight, and really like tuning into themselves before they start their days. However, it's one thing to go into this place of heart and mind coherence. It's one thing to experience this unity of oneness, this blissful state, this feeling of just ecstatic love. And then it's another thing to just not know what to do with it. So, what's really important that I've learned, I think one of the most important lessons that I've learned about meditation is that when I feel these elated, like, super elevated states I'm in, I don't necessarily have to do something about it, but it usually means some changes in my body. It usually helps to dissolve some tension, some false beliefs, some beliefs about myself that I no longer want to hold on to. Or it's going to translate into forgiveness or uninhibiting myself so that I could speak up more or connect with people more. And it usually does turn into something. The only time when my meditations feel really, really stagnant, even though I'm experiencing those states of oneness and love and blissful states, but I feel like my physical reality is staying the same, is because I cannot translate these experiences into my physical body or feeling safe in my reality. So I'm actually, what my body is doing is I continue to hold on to certain beliefs. I continue to hold on to certain lifestyles or certain ways of being or certain relationship patterns or defense mechanisms. And usually it's these defense mechanisms that I continue to hold into my body that makes me continue to repeat the same patterns in my life. Conversations will stay the same. Friendships, relationships, they continue to run the same pattern because I'm not able to take these elated states and blissful feelings and turn that and make sense of that, and implement that into my body. This is truly what embodiment is about. Embodiment is knowing that I have tapped into a higher state, knowing that I have experienced a frequency of infinite love, infinite trust, forgiveness for myself, forgiveness for other people, unconditional love. Now, I'm going to take that and actually integrate that into my body so that the next time I come to a point of difficult decision or I come to a point of stress, I know that I can find safety in my body. I don't need to kick into my usual defense mechanism again. And I can embody this feeling of safety, love, connection, peace, happiness in my body that I know I have experienced spiritually, but now I turn it into tangible forms of action, new beliefs, new actions, new ways of living, and new ways of communication that I can implement into my life. It's really about, okay, now that I've felt this unconditional love, what does it really mean for me in my life? So then the translation of this energy can start to take place, and then it can finally find an expression through your body. And this is how the energy gets to be expressed through your words, through your actions, through your beliefs, through the way that you interact with the world. Then this kind of um, light energy gets expressed into the world through your physical form. So these are the two reasons why meditation has not been working for you, and also this the solution that you can take to take your meditation to the next level and take your life to the next level. Because I know that once you start integrating the higher vibrations of your meditations that you are already experiencing into your life, you will instantly feel and see the difference. So I hope that this video was able to help you make sense of this is how I can actually use my meditations, and this is how I can actually integrate the process, the spiritual, heightening process, the self-realization process into my life. It's not just a practice on its own. It's not just about chasing the outcome. It's about the experience in itself, and then turning that experience into something real, into your own expression. Thank you so much for being here on this video, you guys, today. Let me know what you guys think about this. I would love to hear your thoughts. And with that said, take care, and I will be seeing you in the next video.